Seville, Ohio, January 19th, 1879. 2 a.m. Anna Bates has been in labor for hours. 2 doctors attend her. They've never delivered a baby like this. When her water broke, she lost an estimated 6 gallons of fluid. 6 gallons. The doctors know this baby will be enormous. At 2 a.m., the baby is born. A boy. Perfect in every respect, according to his father, Martin. But the statistics are staggering. 28 inches long, 22 pounds, with a 19-inch head circumference and 5.5-inch feet. The baby looks like a 6-month-old infant. He's the largest newborn ever recorded, a Guinness World Record that stands to this day, 145 years later. The parents name him simply Babe. They hope he'll survive. But 11 hours after birth, Babe dies. The second child Anna and Martin have lost. This is the story of Anna Haining Swan and Martin van Buren Bates, the tallest married couple ever recorded. A love story that defied the odds. A life lived in the spotlight of circus sideshows, and a series of tragedies that would haunt them both. The giantess from Nova Scotia. Anna Haining Swan was born August 6, 1846, in Millbrook, Nova Scotia, one of 13 children born to Scottish immigrants Alexander Swan and Anne Graham. Her parents were average height. Her 12 siblings were average height. Anna was not. At birth, Anna weighed 13 pounds, nearly twice the normal birth weight. Her mother later recalled that Anna's growth rate was phenomenal. By age 4, Anna stood 4 feet 6 inches tall and weighed 94 pounds. By age 6, she was 5 feet 2 inches, as tall as her mother. By age 10, Anna was 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed 203 pounds. By age 17, she stood 7 feet 6 inches. Fully grown, Anna Haining Swan reached 7 feet 11 inches tall and weighed 350 pounds. She was, and remains, one of the tallest women who ever lived. Growing up as a giant in rural Nova Scotia was difficult. People stared, followed her through the streets, treated her like a curiosity. By age 16, Anna understood she had 2 choices: hide from the world or embrace what made her different. She chose the latter. In 1862, when Anna was 16, the great showman, P.T. Barnum heard about the Nova Scotian giantess. He sent an agent to New Annan with an offer: come to New York, work in his American Museum, become famous. Anna accepted. Her mother accompanied her to New York, where Barnum billed her as the tallest woman in the world, though this wasn't technically accurate. But accuracy didn't matter in show business. What mattered was spectacle. And Anna was spectacular. The Kentucky giant, Martin van Buren Bates, was born November 9, 1837, in Whitesburg, Kentucky. Like Anna, he came from a family of average height, and like Anna, he grew to extraordinary proportions. As a young man, Bates stood over 7 feet tall. When the Civil War began in 1861, he enlisted in the Confederate Army, specifically the 5th Kentucky Infantry. By war's end, he'd risen to captain in the 7th Confederate Cavalry, earning the nickname Captain Bates. After the war, Bates continued growing. By his own account, he finally stopped at age 28, having reached 7 feet 9 inches and weighing 470 pounds, though his actual height was 7 feet 2.5 inches, according to some measurements. Like Barnum, circus promoters exaggerated heights for dramatic effect. Bates, like Anna, understood his options were limited. He couldn't work normal jobs. Doorways were too small. Furniture too weak, society too unwelcoming. So he joined the circus, exhibiting himself across America and Canada as the Kentucky Giant. In 1870, promoter Judge H.P. Ingalls organized a circus company to tour Europe. He invited Bates to join, and in Halifax, Canada, during the tour's Canadian leg, something life-changing happened. Anna Haining Swan visited the circus. The promoter, seeing opportunity, hired her immediately. Two giants, performing together. It would be a sensation. It was, but not for the reasons the promoter expected. Eat. A shipboard romance. In April 1871, Judge Ingalls' company sailed for England. Anna and Martin were both on board. During the Atlantic crossing, they got to know each other. For the first time in their lives, both Anna and Martin met someone who understood, someone who'd experienced the same stares, the same difficulties, the same isolation, someone who fit. Literally, they could look each other in the eye, hold hands without awkwardness, exist together without one person towering over the other. They fell in love. On June 2nd, 1871, Queen Victoria commanded their appearance at Buckingham Palace. The Queen was fascinated by the giant couple. She gave Anna a satin gown and a diamond ring. She gave Martin an engraved watch. Royal approval followed them throughout their European tour. 2 weeks later, on June 17th, 1871, Anna and Martin married at St. Martin, in the Fields, in London. Thousands of people tried to attend. The streets outside the church were packed with spectators. The Daily Telegraph reported, "A man may get used to being 8 feet high, but to be 8 feet high and to be stared at by a devout congregation of idlers on the occasion of marrying a lady who is 8 feet high also is a trying conjunction of matters." However, Captain Bates got through his difficulties tolerably well. Anna and Martin's combined height was 15 feet 8 inches, making them the tallest married couple ever recorded. That record stands today. They toured Europe for 14 months as the tallest couple alive, performing before royalty and commoners alike. They brought home valuable gifts, including Queen Victoria's presents, and then they decided to settle down. The House of Giants. In 1872, Anna and Martin returned to America. Bates bought a farm near Seville, Ohio, 120 acres of land with room for Percheron horses and shorthorn cattle. And they built a house, not a normal house, a house for giants. The ceilings were 14 feet high. The doors were 8.5 feet tall and extra wide. All the furniture was custom-made to their specifications. Enormous beds, massive chairs, oversized tables. Everything built to accommodate people over 7 feet tall. The back of the house was built to normal proportions for servants and guests. But the main living areas were giant-sized. It was the only place in the world where Anna and Martin could live comfortably. They were happy. They had money from their circus careers. They had a farm. They had each other. They had a home that fit. And they wanted a child. The first loss. On May 19th, 1872, less than a year after their wedding, Anna gave birth in London. A daughter, 27 inches long, 18 pounds. The baby was stillborn. She died at birth, never taking a breath. Anna and Martin were devastated, but doctors assured them they could try again. Anna was young, only 25, healthy, strong. There was no reason to think the next pregnancy would end the same way. So they kept hoping. 6 years passed. Anna didn't get pregnant again. Then in summer 1878, while touring with a circus, Anna discovered she was expecting. This time they were prepared. 2 doctors would attend the birth. They'd be in Seville, in their own home, with everything needed for the delivery. On January 19th, 1879, Anna went into labor. Babe, the largest baby ever born. The labor was difficult. Anna's waters broke with a flood, 6 gallons of amniotic fluid. The doctors had never seen anything like it. At 2 a.m., the baby was born, a boy, and he was extraordinary. Weight, 22 pounds, length, 28 inches, head circumference, 19 inches, chest, 16 inches, each foot, 5.5 inches long. The average newborn weighs 7.5 pounds and measures 20 inches. This baby was 3 times heavier and 8 inches longer. Martin later wrote in his autobiography, "He was 28 inches tall, weighed 22 pounds, and was perfect in every respect. He looked at birth like an ordinary child of 6 months." They named him simply Babe. They held him, marveled at him. The doctors examined him and confirmed he was healthy, perfect. Against all odds, Anna and Martin had a son. For 11 hours they had hope. Then Babe died. His heart simply gave out. His body was too large. His organs couldn't sustain him. He lived 11 hours, long enough for his parents to love him, and then he was gone. Anna and Martin buried Babe in Mound Hill Cemetery in Seville. They placed a marker, their son, born and died January 19th, 1879. Babe holds 2 Guinness World Records to this day: heaviest birth and longest baby. Records born from tragedy. The aftermath. Anna never fully recovered, physically or emotionally. She was 32 years old. She'd lost 2 children. Her body had been through 2 devastating pregnancies. Her heart was broken. She and Martin briefly returned to circus life, touring with the WW, Cole Circus between 1879 and 1889. But Anna's health was declining. She suffered from tuberculosis and thyroid issues. Her heart was failing. On August 5th, 1888, the day before her 42nd birthday, Anna Haining Bates died in her sleep at their home in Seville, heart failure caused by tuberculosis. Martin was shattered. He ordered a statue from Europe, a Greek goddess, to mark her grave. He sold their oversized house. He gave away some of Anna's jewelry and clothing to her family members. Her belongings were eventually displayed in museums in Nova Scotia, near her birthplace. Martin remarried in 1889, this time to Annette Lavon Weatherby, a woman of average height. He lived quietly until his death in 1919 from nephritis. He was 81 years old, one of the tallest people ever to reach such an age. Martin was buried beside Anna and Babe in Mound Hill Cemetery, the 3 giants, together forever. What their story means. Anna and Martin's story is about love, but it's also about isolation. Being extraordinarily tall meant living in a world not built for you. Doorways too small, beds too short, chairs that couldn't hold your weight, clothes that didn't fit, people who stared constantly. Finding each other meant finding acceptance. For the first time, neither was the odd one. Neither had to explain or apologize or accommodate. They fit together, literally and metaphorically. But their story is also about loss. 2 children who never had a chance, a life cut short by illness, dreams of family that never materialized. The world remembers them as curiosities, record holders, the tallest married couple, the heaviest baby. But they were people who loved each other, who wanted children, who built a home and tried to live normal lives despite being anything but normal. Anna and Martin didn't choose to be giants, but they chose each other. and in a world that saw them as spectacles, they found something real. The final measure. So here's what happened. Anna Haining Swan, 7 feet 11 inches tall, met Martin Van Buren Bates, 7 feet 9 inches tall. They fell in love aboard a ship crossing the Atlantic. They married in London before Queen Victoria. They became the tallest married couple ever recorded. They lost 2 children, one at birth, one after 11 hours. The second baby, Babe, weighed 22 pounds and measured 28 inches, the largest newborn ever recorded. Anna died at 41. Martin lived to 81. They're buried together in Ohio with their son. Their records stand. Their house is gone, burned down years after Martin's death. But their story remains. A reminder that behind every record, every statistic, every curiosity, there are real people. With real love, real loss, real lives. The tallest married couple ever, and one of the saddest love stories in history.